sports. It's in the game.
There's no doubt about it now. This guy has to be in the All-Madden team.
Today.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's taken in at the 9. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got a man. Complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he won't get any further as he's taken down right there at the 24. Jackson on 1st down. It's caught left side by Cooks. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go play action with Lawrence. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. There he goes left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Pressure comes and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Now Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll return it from the 6. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is taken at the 15. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Play action. Now Jackson. Now he'll escape to his right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Ravens have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 10. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He finds Pickens over the middle. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On second down, here's Lawrence. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football.
They've got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Out to his left. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes player.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player, and he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things, and he incorporated that into his route running.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks. 57 yards.
And the Ravens are pouring it on.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield. And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving. Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right? In that case, he left me a long time ago. Come on now. Trust me.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Now Lawrence on first down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lawrence. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. On 2nd down, Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The partner of this offense, 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. They go play action now. Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And now they're in the hurry-up. Play action. It's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss.
To the 43, second down.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On third down, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Lawrence will throw.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
David Ajabo
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up alive. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 60 yards.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, everything right now going wrong for this crew. A chance to put 3 on the board at least, but it winds up being blocked and returned the other way.
And any hope they had, likely gone at this point. You might want to think about clearing the bench a little bit, let some other guys play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Lawrence.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here's Lawrence.
And this one caught by Coates. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Now Lawrence.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Lawrence to throw.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense. as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly, but they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra sprint.
Today. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On 1st and 10, Sullivan. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Sullivan.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And
then he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
David Ojabo
in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown.
Charlie Kohler,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Sullivan. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Pushing his way through. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could...
Brandon Cooks
down the right sideline.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
So the Patriots coming out now.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing on first down. Sullivan hitting Samuel on the slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Now this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
The Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end.
Taking it right down Broadway.
Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for big.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 21 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 28-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on third down, Sullivan. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Oh, what a move. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Charlie Kohler, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
New England's offense set to go.
And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, Sullivan. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And take it right on the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Zay Flowers and the Raven offense back onto the field.
He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight line.
Touchdown! Mark Andrews, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 42-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Operating from the gun, Sullivan.
Curtis Samuel.
As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. The tight end Henry here in motion.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson.
Looking deep here for Flowers.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Zay Flowers.
With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Ravens extend their lead yet again.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Well, after that, it's not hard to see where the momentum is pointing because it's squarely on his side. After heads-up play to jog that one in for another 2 points.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sullivan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 18. Sheds off the tackle. An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Tucker with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Sullivan. Under pressure. They got him again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime.
He'll buy some time right. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I...
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And quickly they get to the line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Off play action. Sullivan. goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Josh Allen, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 20. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Slings it to Anderson. It's complete. The tight end has it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Jackson. Flushed out right.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens have got it on cruise control. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. New England's offense set to go. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Josh Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Open man downfield, it's Palmer. Down to the 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Josh Palmer, 70 yards. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
They'll look to throw. It's complete. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
To throw on second down, Sullivan.
He'll get this underneath to Stevenson.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Baltimore.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. That's complete. It's Collins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. This offense so far on third down, can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
I might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Here's a diving catch right side. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
They'll roll him out right. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Jackson will keep it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Tucker with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Sullivan.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. He'll field this at the 5. The The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions.
Brandon Cooks. Down the sideline he goes. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Ravens are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead.
And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and the finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw again, Sullivan. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Sullivan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is brought in at the 21. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this, too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by triple digits. I mean, 50 is a lot, but to get to over 100, this is just crazy.
We've seen in the history of the game of basketball a few people score 100 points individually, men and women. But we've never seen this before in NFL history. We've only seen two teams combine for 100 points in a game 5 times in league history. One of the greatest games ever played, well, by one of the teams anyway.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
But, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
On 1st down, Sullivan. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he fields it cleanly. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Pats force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here.
And that's caught at the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Tucker to add the PAT. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. On 1st and 10, Sullivan. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, that threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
So for Baltimore,
Tuesday on EA.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Looking to throw right away is Watson.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that's complete downfield to Cooks.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They go play action with Jackson.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
The numbers for Flowers last week.
He took out some anger, some apparent anger against that defense. The yards just kept going up and up and up.
Yeah, he was just running up and down the field doing whatever he wanted. By the end of the game, he was seeing 2, sometimes 3 defenders on every.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 59 yards.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap. especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
David Ajabo.
In to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. Back to throw, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
3rd and 2.
Now a handoff up the middle. Witt, and he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Gets around him. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Charlie Kohler,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was finished off by Charlie Kohler's touchdown catch. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse it. This is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. 21-0 our score after 1. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his right. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew is getting...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal?
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Jackson, and that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Tucker with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Whip. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Here's Daniel wheeling on now to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle.
Oh, a Cardinal sin there. Thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Right back to Njoku.
So we've reached halftime here.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Jackson's throw taken in there by Cooks.
A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They go play action now. Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens just continue to roll.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
They will start this drive with Ford. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw is Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
David Ajabo
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. There again is Cooks, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Ravens are pouring it on.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded just inside the 20.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Jackson on 1st down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up with the flaw.
Touchdown! Josh Palmer from 21 yards away. And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Travis Jones drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That's taken on the 25. One quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Jackson on first down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Throwing is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Josh Palmer with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Browns drive about to get started.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Watson now to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. He'll look to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, here's Watson.
Is caught out left by Bell.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw on second is Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is caught. It's Cooks.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. On the move to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Here's Watson.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Draw play to Ford. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
From the 50, it's Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there
today. From M&T Bank Stadium.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll begin, and right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 54 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Here comes third and about a foot.
Looking to throw. Holland.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Now a give. Akers running left.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw. Holland.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Holland going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they have 3 first downs and 3 points. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. Down the right sideline.
Leaps past him. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Holland. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson now off the bootleg.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Play action. Now Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with a touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Holland. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well.
It's caught inside the 25. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Flushed out right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the...
Oh, wide open, complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Brandon Cooks, 44 yards. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And out now come the Vikings.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Tucker with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Operating from the gun. Holland. Ball had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. Well, a little risk, a little trickeration on that return, but hey, the payoff, a touchdown.
And because this is the NFL, no band on the field, no trombone guy getting trampled going into the end zone. But how about how they got it done and turned it into a touchdown?
And that's one of those things where if that's a fumble on a lateral, the coach is angry. But if it works and you get in the end zone, it's a pat on the back, right?
It's something you have to do. You got to try it, try and get it done, and make sure you give yourself every chance to find a way to score.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Throwing to start the drive. Holland. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Off the play fake. Holland. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Holland. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can...
He's got a man, complete. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 36 yards.
And the Ravens extend their lead yet again.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. That's caught. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Holland.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Holland going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down. Holland. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Drops it off for Chubb. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 70.
And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holland. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
David Ojabo running in to take him down.
The offense on 3rd down, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game
Certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Holland.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Holland. And that is incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
Zay Flowers and his offense about to begin their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson.
Pass out left finds Kohler.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. They go play action now. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Operating from the gun. Holland.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They go play action with Jackson. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Holland. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
This is taken at about the 14. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8.
The Ravens offense back out there. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Holland.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Ravens,